Lily, why isn't my dinner ready? You haven't cooked for me these past few days!
Because I've been working overtime, Patrick. Your dinner is in the fridge, so heat it up and eat it.
Are you for real?
Why are you pissed?
Are you seriously going to make me do extra work when I just got home from work?
Oh my god, all you have to do is put it in the microwave. Be thankful that it's not frozen food. Also, you said about extra work, but don't you only work in the afternoon? I work from early in the morning till late afternoon. So shouldn't you be thanking me instead of complaining?
Are you talking back to me?
I just told you straight fact.
Would it be okay if I divorce you? Probably not, so do your job, you lazy ass. Maybe this is why you need to work overtime.
I actually have no problem with that.
You don't need to act all tough. Anyway, hurry up and come home and cook me dinner.
Didn't I tell you that I'm busy because I got promoted and need to take over jobs and plan events?
Okay, and it doesn't matter to me.
Anyways, I gotta go back, so eat your food.
I want a nice meal once in a while. It was a mistake marrying you. Please divorce me ASAP.
Okay. Can I go now? I'm busy.
You better cook for me tomorrow.
I have work tomorrow, so probably not.
Where the hell did you go? Where's my dinner?
I just told you that I'm at the hospital now.
Are you seriously still there?
Yes, I think I work too much. I'm going to stay at the hospital tonight and get an examination tomorrow, okay? I'm also going to take a few days off from work.
Do you think that's okay? You'll cause problems to the company and me.
I will to the company, but why you?
You won't be able to do household chores and cook for me.
You're joking, right?
Of course not. So I guess it's okay for us to divorce, right?
Why are you talking about the divorce now? Aren't you worried about your wife's health?
Why would I be? Anyways, I want you to cook dinner, so hurry up and leave the hospital.
Eat out or take out from somewhere. Jeez, you're such a scumbag to not worry about me and threaten me with divorce.
Yeah, whatever. You better come home tomorrow.
Okay, fine.
Did you forget what we talked about yesterday? Where the hell are you?
What did we talk about?
You coming home today. I was being nice to you yesterday.
What? Nice. Seriously.
Yes, I was okay with you not coming home yesterday. If you don't come home now, I can't eat dinner today either.
Okay, and?
What's with that attitude?
Don't you know that I needed your help?
Why would I help you? Deal with it by yourself and listen to your husband.
You're such a dick.
You know what? You are being such a bitch, so leave the hospital right now and come home to cook dinner.
Absolutely not.
Why? Stop making excuses. If you can't move, then why don't you crawl or something?
Are you for real?
Yes, if you don't come home, that means it's okay to divorce, right?
We're actually divorced already, so I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Crawl home and cook dinner? Sorry, but I need to laugh at this.
Whatever, what do you mean we're divorced?
Well, I was fed up with you thinking you're the boss, so I sent the divorce papers in.
Stop lying, I haven't filled it out yet.
Yes, you did. You threw the signed papers at me a while ago.
I thought you threw it out.
Why would I throw out something that important? I was finding the right time to send it in, so thank you very much. Thank God we're divorced now. Hallelujah.
Shut up. Wait, are you discharged from the hospital?
Nope, just wanted fresh air. I'm actually going to stay at the hospital this week.
Can we please make the divorce invalid?
Aren't you the one that gave me the signed papers first?
Yes, but I wasn't gonna divorce you for real.
That was a threat. Sorry, but I'll not change my feelings. Also, I'm not going home, so please pay the mortgage, okay?
What? I need to pay for it?
Of course. I've been paying for it, but since I moved out, it's your responsibility now. Will you be okay? Isn't your monthly salary about $600?
No, please don't say that you're gonna move out. I still love you.
How many times do I need to tell you that we're done? Do you not understand what I'm saying? Are you an idiot?
I didn't expect for you to divorce me, and there's no way that I can help you pay the mortgage. You're earning a lot more money than me, so can you help me?
Are you joking right now? Why would I help someone like you? You treated me like shit every day, haven't paid even a penny for the mortgage, and didn't help me even though I was carried to the hospital. You're a self-centered douchebag.
Look, I'm sorry, but isn't it common sense for the wife to do the household chores? Wait, did you divorce me because you didn't want to do that?
Wow, what is wrong with you? I just explained why I divorced you. Maybe you were the reason why I was carried to the hospital.
Me?
There was nothing but stress living with you. I wonder why I married a person who doesn't even earn money, doesn't do household chores, and threatens me by saying the word divorce like 1,000,000 times. Sorry, but you're gonna face this problem from now on.
This is not like you, Lily. Why don't we talk about this, okay? We're husband and wife, right?
We're not, so no thanks. What is there to talk about anyways? It's just a waste of time. What do you want from me?
Come on, we're a family, so let's work things out and help each other.
Work things out. Help each other. Haven't I done everything for you? You never helped me, and I never heard the word thank you once.
Like I said before, it's common sense for the wife to do everything, so why don't you appreciate it?
What year are you living in?
I did help you before, actually.
Really? When?
Well, I can't think right now, but I have, though, maybe.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, anyways, why did you send the divorce papers without my permission? Let's make it invalid, please, and come home, because there was no way I can pay for the mortgage.
Nope. Good luck with that. Don't think about contacting me saying that you can't pay, okay?
Wait, please, don't leave me! Who's gonna do the household chores for me?
You're a grown adult, so watch YouTube videos and do it by yourself.
Why do we need to divorce?
I mean, you threatened to divorce me a couple times, so all I did was listen and sent the papers. If you want to make it invalid, I'll hire a lawyer and divorce you no matter what. If that happens, will you be able to pay for the lawyer?
Lawyer? Why are you exaggerating the story? Can we talk about this once?
Absolutely not. You're wanting to talk means that you want to make it invalid, right? Okay, I'll hire a lawyer right now.
Don't say something like that. Also, you can't just leave me at the house.
Actually, I can because my parents packed all of my bags and moved it yesterday.
What? When? Okay, wait, are you actually gonna divorce me?
Yes, how many times do I need to tell you? If you have anything to say, talk to the lawyer, okay? I think someone will contact you.
Don't say that, you're scaring me. Hey, I promise I won't complain, even if you don't do the household chores.
Wow, after all this, you still think that I'm gonna do something for you? I think I'm turning stupid, so I'll excuse myself. If something bad happens to you, remember that everything is your fault, okay? If you have time to blab about something, why don't you start looking for YouTube videos? Patrick tried to contact me a couple times to ask if I can help pay the mortgage for him, but of course I said no and blocked him afterwards. I heard that he got kicked out of the house and the house was sold to someone else. He's now living in the middle of nowhere looking for a full-time job because he needed the money to live. On the other hand, I'm feeling much better, and I'm back working, living a stress-free life.
It's surprising that someone like you, who grew up in a single-parent household and didn't even finish high school, managed to marry my brother. Our family is nothing like yours. Don't you feel the difference? Doesn't it feel weird sometimes knowing that you come from such a different background? I mean, let's be real. It's almost like you won the lottery or something, right? Like, marrying into our family is such a huge upgrade for you. You must feel that deep down, right? I don't think about it like that at all, but why are you saying this all of a sudden? You've hardly ever spoken to me before, and now you're bringing up all this out of the blue? Did something happen to make you feel like this, or is there some reason you're saying this now? Well, actually, I guess you could say that there is something going on. The truth is, I'm getting married. Can you believe it? Aren't you shocked? Wait, what? You're getting married? That's amazing. Congratulations. But what does that have to do with what you were just saying about me and my background? I don't quite get how those two things are related. I mean, it's great news and I'm happy for you, but what's the connection? Well, here's the thing. Now that I'm getting married, there's a few things that I'll need your help with. That's actually why I reached out to you today. I thought it'd be a good idea to remind you of your place before I asked for any favors. You know, just so there's no confusion about where we stand in the situation. I'm still not really following. You're getting married and now there's something you need me to do? I mean, sure, if it's something I can do, I'm happy to help, but I'm really confused about why you're making it sound like this. I just want to understand what's going on here. Can you explain a bit more clearly? So let me give you the full picture. My fiancé is actually the son of a very wealthy and successful businessman, a company president to be exact. His family has invited me to their home for a formal introduction, and it's a really big deal. You know how important these things are, right? Anyway, that's where you come in. I'm going to need you to drive me to their house. You can do that, right? You want me to drive you to meet your future in-laws? I mean, okay, I can do that if it's important to you. But why can't you just drive yourself? It's your fiancé's family, after all, not mine. Surely you'd feel more comfortable driving yourself. Because I might be offered alcohol at the dinner, obviously, and if I'm drinking, then I can't drive home, can I? So I need someone else to handle that for me, and that's where you come in. It's not like you have anything better to do, right? Plus, I mean, come on, you're the one who married into this family despite being a high school dropout from a completely different background. You're not exactly in a position to refuse, are you? Ah, I see, so that's the reason. Well, all right, I guess I can drive you if that's what you need. I just wanted to understand what was going on. So after I drop you off, do you want me to wait outside while you're inside meeting with your future in-laws? Is that what you had in mind? Exactly, that's the plan. I don't want you trying to come inside or anything like that. It would be embarrassing for me if you did, you know? I'm going to be marrying into a very high-status family, and let's face it, we both know that you don't fit into that world. I'm a highly educated, successful woman, and I am marrying into a family that reflects that. My life is going to be on a whole different level, far beyond anything you've ever experienced. So don't try to make yourself a part of that. Just drive me, wait outside, and stay in your place. Oh, and I should probably remind you not to get jealous of me. I know it must be hard, but at least try to keep your feelings in check. You didn't get the education or the career, so at least work on having a better attitude. That's the least you can do, right? Jealous of you? I don't really see why I would need to be. Honestly, I'm pretty content with my life just the way it is. I'm not looking to live anyone else's life, and I certainly don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. But I'm glad you're happy with your plans. Right, sure. That's exactly what someone who's jealous would say, but it doesn't really matter. You can say whatever you want, but we both know what's really going on. You're just trying to cover up how you really feel, but you're not fooling anyone. It's fine, though. I don't expect you to admit it. Okay. Well, I've said my piece. I understand what you're asking, and I'll help you out with the driving. Just let me know the details of the day and time when you've got everything confirmed. I'll have to arrange my own schedule around it, since I have work to consider as well. But I'll make it work if you need me there. Just keep me posted. Well, as long as you know what your role is, that's all I needed to hear. I'll send you the details once everything is confirmed. Looks like they're leaving. Can you come back now? Where are you? Got it. I was just working at a cafe. What's up? That was fast. Well, a funny thing, the moment I brought you up in the conversation, they started wrapping things up pretty quickly. But hey, I managed to get a good laugh out of them, so that's a win. Wait, what do you mean? What exactly did you say? Oh, I just introduced you to my fiancé as the family slave. You know, I told him about how our family had this poor girl from a single-parent, low-income background who somehow managed to marry into our family. You should have seen their reaction. They thought it was hilarious. What? Wait, are you serious? Sorry, I can't stop laughing. That's wow. Unbelievable. Excuse me, why are you laughing? Have you completely lost your mind, or are you one of those people who gets a kick out of self-deprecating humor? No, it's not that. It's just that you really said that? You really went ahead and told them I'm the family slave? Oh, wow, you might have just shot yourself in the foot with that one. Yikes, I think you're in trouble now. What are you even talking about? Why would that be a problem? I mean, come on, I'm just stating the facts here. You really are a high school dropout from a single-parent household who ended up marrying my brother. That's a huge step up for you. These people are rich. They even have housekeepers. I'm sure they found it funny because it's just true. Well, yeah, I think they were laughing more at you than with you. You just gave them a lot to think about, and not in a good way. What are you talking about? There's no way that's true. I told you they were laughing with me. They weren't offended at all. Oh, sweetie, I am so glad they're the kind of people who can take a joke. But, you might want to reconsider your future marriage plans. It might not be happening after what you just said. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You are really starting to get on my nerves here. Well, you know how you arrived a little early for the meeting? You know how your fiancé and his father were running a bit late? Yeah, what about it? So, funny thing, after I dropped you off, I went to that cafe nearby to get some work done. And guess who happened to walk in? Your fiancé and his father. Turns out it's one of their regular spots. Small world, huh? Wait, what? What are you talking about? How did you even know it was them? And why were they there? Oh, well, that's simple. I've known them for a while. Your fiancé's father, he's a client of mine. Wait, what? Yeah, I design for his company. I mean, you wouldn't know that because, well, we don't really talk about work much, do we? But yeah, I'm kind of a big deal in their circles. Been working with them for a few years now. You're kidding me. You know them? You've been working with them? That's right. I've done so much work for them that they even told me they couldn't do without me. We've built up quite the professional relationship. In fact, during our little chat, your future father-in-law mentioned that they were on their way to meet you, his son's fiancé. I couldn't help but mention that I had just dropped you off as your soon-to-be sister-in-law. It got a little awkward after that. Oh my God, you didn't! Yep, they realized you were talking about me, the person their company relies on. So we both kind of figured we'd keep it quiet for now. I thought it'd be better for you to tell them yourself when you were ready. After all, it's a bit delicate, don't you think? Oh no. Oh, no. You're telling me that I just made fun of you, the one person my fiancé's family depends on for business, and they knew the whole time, and I said all that stuff? Pretty much. You've really outdone yourself this time. Congratulations, you've made quite the impression. Oh my God, what did I do? I'm standing outside their house right now ringing the doorbell, but no one's answering. What if I ruined everything? Well, they might be avoiding you. I'm getting texts from them right now, actually. Your fiancé's dad just asked me if you've always been this difficult. No. Stop. Don't respond to that. Please, you've got to help me fix this. They're probably just busy, right? Maybe they're in the shower or something. Oh, sure, both the father and the son are probably taking a long bath together. Or, maybe they're having a little chat about how their impression of you is completely changed after tonight. But hey, whatever helps you sleep at night. No way, they wouldn't just ignore me like this, right? I mean, he loves me. He's probably just busy. He's probably trying to figure out what to say after I embarrassed myself. That's it, right? I mean, you can tell yourself whatever you want, but the fact that I'm still getting messages from them and you're not, well, that says something, doesn't it? This can't be happening. You really should have kept your mouth shut. I mean, you're always going on about how you're so educated and how you've got such a great future ahead of you. But it seems like all that self-proclaimed intelligence just goes out the window when you're trying to show off. Now look where it's gotten you. I didn't mean it like that. I was just trying to impress them. Well, mission accomplished. You've definitely left an impression. Unfortunately for you, it wasn't the one you wanted. Maybe next time you'll think before you speak. Oh, no. I can't believe this is happening. I just got a message from him. He says he's having second thoughts about the wedding. He wants to meet and talk, but he says that after today, he's not sure if he can see a future with me anymore. Ouch, that's rough. Well, you did bring this on yourself, You thought you were being clever, but all you did was dig yourself into a hole. I'd suggest taking this as a learning experience. This is a nightmare. I quit my job because I thought we were getting married soon. I have nothing left. You have to help me fix this. You owe me that much. Owe you? Oh, no, sweetheart. I don't owe you anything. I did my job today. I gave you a ride like you asked, didn't I? Everything that happened after that, that's on you. You're the one who decided to start bad-mouthing me to your fiancé's family, not me. You're going to have to live with the consequences of your actions. But you have to help me, please. Just tell them it was a joke. You know how I am, right? I didn't mean any of it. It was just my twisted sense of humor. Please just tell them that we're really close and that I always joke around like that. Oh, I don't think so. Why would I stick my neck out for you, especially after you've been so nasty to me? You've shown me exactly what you think of me. I'm not going to lie for you. Besides, you're the one who needs to take responsibility for what you said. You're an adult, remember? You should know by now that words have consequences. No, please! You can't just leave me like this. I don't know what to do. Sorry, but this is your mess to clean up. Maybe next time you'll think twice before you try to tear someone down just to make yourself feel better. Good luck explaining all of this to your fiancé. You're going to need it.
Carson, I sincerely apologize for what happened earlier. Haley caused you so much trouble, and as her father, I must apologize once again. I never imagined she would go so far as to physically attack you.
Harold, thank you for reaching out. You've already apologized profusely, and this really has nothing to do with you. Please, don't worry about it anymore.
But still, Haley, it's just baseless resentment on her part, nothing more. I can't believe how far she's gone, especially on social media. She's caused you even more problems there.
Ah, yes, about that. You don't need to worry. I have some strong connections when it comes to these things, and they've helped me out. Everything's been dealt with, but I'm afraid we might end up in court, fighting your daughter there, so I do apologize in advance for that.
I'm truly sorry. I know this can't be solved with words alone, and I believe Haley must face the punishment she deserves for her actions. Whatever you decide to do, I won't interfere. In fact, I would be grateful if this becomes an opportunity for her to truly reflect on her behavior and change it for the better.
Hearing that gives me a sense of relief. I didn't think it would come to this, but if you feel that way, then I won't hold back. Haley needs to face the consequences, and I'll be strict about it.
We, as her family and relatives, have had enough. We've been reflecting on the fact that we've been too lenient with her all this time, and this is the result. From now on, even if she comes crying to us begging for help, we won't offer her any. She's made her choices, and she needs to take responsibility for them.
Sounds like she's been causing trouble for quite a while, hasn't she?
Oh, absolutely. When she was sued for hitting her ex-fiancé, we paid the settlement on her behalf and got the case resolved. Then there was the time she bullied one of her classmates so badly, breaking their things and leaving them emotionally scarred. We had to step in and apologize to the furious parents. And now this. I believe her entire life has been one where someone was always cleaning up after her messes. That's how she's turned into someone with such a twisted sense of entitlement.
It sounds like she really needs to do some soul-searching after everything that's happened. It's about time she takes a long, hard look at herself. I understand now. I'll be moving forward with the appropriate legal actions against Haley, and I won't be showing her any mercy. Please prepare yourself for that.
Thank you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Haley needs to face the full consequences of what she's done. This time there won't be anyone to rescue her from her own mistakes. We've protected her long enough, and it's time she learns a harsh lesson. I know this will be difficult, but it's the only way for her to truly understand the weight of her actions.
I appreciate your understanding. Honestly, if she doesn't learn from this, she never will. You and the rest of the family did everything you could for her, but it's time she grows up and takes responsibility. She's no longer a child. I'm not going to hold back when it comes to ensuring that justice is served, even if it means taking her to court.
You're absolutely right. I've come to accept that if she's ever going to change, it'll only happen if she's made to face the consequences head on. And we're all done bailing her out. She's brought this upon herself. We can no longer protect her from the repercussions of her own behavior. So, whatever you need to do, we fully support it. I won't interfere in any way.
That means a lot to me, thank you. It's unfortunate that things turned out this way, but it's the reality of the situation. Haley needs to understand that there are limits, and she's crossed them. I hope that this will be the turning point for her, even though it's going to be painful. But sometimes the hardest lessons are the ones that teach us the most. How are you doing? I mean, the last time we saw each other, you were trying to tackle me and ended up falling into the river yourself, rolling around and getting swept away. That must have been quite the spectacle. I heard you just escaped with a fracture, though. Lucky you. It's always better than something more severe, right? But seriously, why did you even dodge me? And how on earth did you realize I was there in the first place? Well, it wasn't anything special. I wasn't listening to any music or anything, so all my senses were working normally. It's almost like I could feel your murderous intent or something like that. It's strange, isn't it? Are you seriously mocking me right now? Maybe just a little bit. I mean, come on. That whole situation was totally ridiculous. You actually tried to tackle me and shove me into the river. Can you believe it? You know what? I absolutely won't forgive you for that. I'm going to sue you. You have no idea how serious I am about this. Well, you know there were other witnesses around, right? It's clear that you completely attacked me and ended up self-destructing in the process. Quite a few people have already testified on my behalf, so really, there is nothing you can do about it. If you were trying to intimidate me with threats, I'm afraid it's just too late for that. You've lost. You're only saying that because you told my fiancé all sorts of bad things about me, didn't you? Are you enjoying the fact that my engagement has been broken? Honestly, I don't have any feelings about that, one way or the other. I'm just telling the truth about what I was asked when people inquired about our situation. If you had been kind and nice to me from the start, I would have definitely conveyed that to everyone as well. So, from now on, I'll treat you kindly. Look, the emotional scars I've endured won't just heal completely with a few nice words. You ridiculed me for being a high school dropout from a single-parent household, and that cut deep. Sure, I may be a dropout from a single-parent family, but I received a lot of love from my parent during that time. Despite my background, I worked hard to establish my current status, and I did it on my own terms. I never wanted to live my life relying on men, quitting my job with the assumption that I would get married, only to end up frustrated and resentful if things didn't work out. Shut up! I've already been through enough suffering. Don't lecture me anymore about how I should live my life. And you, calling yourself a designer, aren't that impressive at all, in my opinion. It seems like you have a ton of haters on social media, right? If you keep getting so full of yourself, won't those numbers just increase even more? Oh, about that, all the haters you mentioned, that's all you, isn't it? You're the source of all that negativity. What are you talking about? I was recently thinking that the number of nasty haters has increased out of nowhere. It seemed suspicious, and then I found out that it's all from the same person. I was right to be suspicious because it often turns out that way in cases like this. What? Don't spout nonsense. There's no way I could know something like that. Oh, you totally can. I looked up the IP addresses, and it was easier to find out than I thought. If I hadn't been able to figure it out, I would have had to take other measures, but thankfully, you hadn't put any precautions in place. You really didn't think this through, did you? What? What is that? Stop making things up. It can't possibly be true. I'm not making it up. I have professionals on my side who handle these matters. And sorry, but I have a wide circle of acquaintances. I even know lawyers personally. So I'm going to sue you for defamation, and you can't stop me. Huh? What are you talking about? We're family, aren't we? That may have been the case, but once you commit a crime, that changes everything. You should realize that it was a mistake to turn me into your enemy. If you go through with that, my family won't just sit back and watch. I've already received permission for this. Honestly, I've been instructed to tear you apart because of this, and you won't like the consequences. Wait, what? You can't be serious. No one would say such a thing. Haven't you noticed? You haven't heard back from your family lately, have you? Your family changed the locks on the house, so you can't get in anymore. They've made it so that you have no place to go and no one to rely on. If you want to live in self-deception, that's fine, but if you plan to use people as stepping stones for your own benefit, then you better take responsibility for your actions. That's not fair. I get it. I may have gone too far. I'm really mentally shattered right now after my engagement was called off. Oh well, that's not my concern. I'm not so nice that I'm going to take care of your mental health issues. Society isn't soft enough to cater to the whims of the incompetent. You need to experience hell at least once to understand your position, you fool. I'm not here to coddle you or provide comfort. You think that just because you have a few people on your side, you can come at me with these threats? It's all just empty noise. You're still the same person who tried to push me into the river and make a fool of yourself. Don't forget that. I'm not someone that can be intimidated easily. You are all bark and no bite. If you had any real strength, you wouldn't have needed to resort to such cowardly tactics. Instead of blaming me for your misfortune, you should take a long, hard look in the mirror and realize who you really are. You've made choices that have led you down this path. You want to talk about choices? Look at your own. You've chosen to surround yourself with negativity and hostility. It's no wonder people have turned against you. You can't expect to treat others poorly and then cry victim when they retaliate. Life doesn't work that way. I may have made mistakes, but I am ready to face the consequences. I won't hide behind lies or deception like you. I have learned from my past, and I'm moving forward. If you think you can drag me down with you, think again. Haley was frantically trying to reach out to her relatives, desperate to apologize for her recent behavior. However, the relatives had already been informed of all the events that had transpired by me. They were not just disappointed, they were utterly exasperated with her actions. In a rather cold and final manner, they communicated to her that they would be cutting ties with her completely. This news must have struck her like a thunderbolt, leaving her feeling utterly alone. Now, in addition to losing her engagement, Haley found herself in a precarious situation without a job. To make matters worse, she had suffered a fracture, adding a physical pain to her emotional turmoil. The recent events must have taken a severe toll on her mental health, and now she was also facing the impending legal consequences for the defamation she had committed against me. As a result, Haley's mental state has reportedly become incredibly fragile, to the point of being in tatters. Despite this, I have decided to show no mercy towards her. In light of all that's happened, I genuinely hope that this situation serves as a crucial turning point for her. It could be the catalyst that compels her to engage in some serious self-reflection about her actions and the harm she's inflicted on others. If she can truly confront the reality of her behavior, there is a possibility for her to embark on a path of rehabilitation and personal growth. It's essential for Haley to come to terms with the implications of her actions. Life has a way of presenting us with unforeseen challenges. While the temptation to blame others or lash out might be strong, it's crucial for individuals to take responsibility for their choices. In Haley's case, she seems to have lost sight of this fundamental truth. The tangled web of deceit and malice she spun not only led to her current dismal situation, but also damaged her relationships with the people who once cared about her. Now, with her family distancing themselves and her future hanging in the balance, perhaps she'll finally begin to see the repercussions of her choices. The journey towards recovery and self-improvement is often long and filled with hurdles. However, if Haley is willing to face her past mistakes head-on and strive to make amends, there is a chance for her to rebuild her life. This process won't be simple or quick, but genuine change is possible with dedication and effort. This unfortunate experience could be the wake-up call that propels her toward transformation. Instead of sinking deeper into self-pity or engaging in more destructive behavior, she has an invaluable opportunity to learn from her past mistakes. Coming to terms with the pain she's caused and seeking forgiveness is a critical step in this journey. As she grapples with the legal repercussions of her actions, I hope she takes a moment to reflect on the choices that led her here. Defamation is not a trivial matter. It carries serious consequences, and its impacts can extend far beyond what she might have anticipated. It's about more than just facing legal action. It's about understanding the weight of her words and the profound impact they've had on others. I strongly encourage Haley to reach out to those she's hurt, not merely to offer apologies, but to genuinely understand their perspectives and feelings. Cultivating empathy is an essential component of healing, and it's something that she desperately needs to develop. Without empathy, she may find it challenging to connect with others and to build relationships in the future. Additionally, I hope she manages to find a support system that will encourage her growth and transformation. Isolation can lead to despair, and while her relatives may have severed ties, there are still others in her life who might be willing to help her if she demonstrates a sincere desire to change. Seeking guidance from those who care about her can be an invaluable part of her healing journey. It's vital for Haley to realize that her past mistakes do not define her identity. She has the potential to create a brighter future for herself if she's willing to acknowledge her faults, make amends, and commit to a path of self-improvement. The journey to personal redemption is often filled with challenges, but it can also lead to a profound growth and fulfillment. Ultimately, the choice is hers to make. She can either choose to continue down this path of self-destruction or take proactive steps toward turning her life around. The task ahead of her may seem daunting, but it's important to remember that every journey begins with a single step forward. I sincerely hope that Haley opts for the latter path. The journey towards redemption is rarely easy, yet it is invariably rewarding. The ability to forgive oneself and move forward is a testament to an individual's strength and resilience. If Haley can embrace this journey, she may discover that life has so much more to offer than the bitterness and resentment she's been clinging to. A world filled with opportunities awaits her, but she must first be willing to confront her past and take the necessary steps to make amends. As she navigates this challenging period, I will be watching from a distance, quietly hoping for the best for her. It's high time for her to take control of her life, confront the consequences of her actions, and strive for a better future. This is her moment to rewrite her story and transform herself into the person she was always meant to be.
I'm looking forward to meeting your parents tomorrow. I hope you're as excited as I am. It appears that April's parents have gotten us all a reservation at a wine and charcuterie bar, so that's where we'll be heading.
That's what I've heard from her. Sounds good. I'm really looking forward to being able to meet everyone in the family tomorrow. This will be my first time meeting April in person as well, so I really can't wait.
I'm sorry that things never lined up well enough to allow you to meet with April sooner. Now we are already so close to our marriage, and you'll only be getting your first look at her. But we did only choose to get married a few weeks ago, so there wasn't much time anyway. Even her parents haven't had much time to meet me, and we've only had the opportunity to talk over the phone.
It's no problem at all. Our family's always been on our toes waiting for the next thing to happen, and have never really been good at getting things over with until the last minute. And after all the strikeouts before, like that last time, I'd say I'm getting kind of used to having my hopes let down.
Right, but I haven't brought any of that up with her family yet. I was thinking that tomorrow would be a good time for that, in person, as they might have a better understanding of us then, and not get too upset about it.
Well, as long as everything goes well around that, then I'm fine. I don't want to see my favorite son ending up on the wrong side of things anymore, okay? You've already had your heart broken enough, and it pains me to see it happen over and over again.
I don't really want to be in that position anymore either. I really do think that this time will be alright. And if you didn't already know, April's parents work for the bank. So there should be no problem this time, like we had all those other times.
Oh, is that right? Well, that just means they most likely don't struggle too much with money then.
I think they all ended up with quite a large amount of wealth in their family. It appears that both her father and brother work for very famous banks, and her mother happened to work for one before she got married to her husband.
That sounds about right. Then it doesn't seem like things will turn out the same as they did before.
I just got a message from April a second ago. Apparently, her mother's asking to have your number to talk with you.
Her mother wants my number? We are all supposed to be meeting tomorrow, so I wonder why she'd want to talk with me right now.
I believe she has something she'd like to talk with you about before tomorrow. Hence, her asking to speak with you now. Is that alright?
That's fine with me, but I'm trying to find a good reason for why she'd want to talk with me the day before our event, and at this time of the evening. Well, it'll be all right. You can go ahead and tell her my phone number. Hello, my name is Helen, and I'm April's mother. I assume I'm speaking with Bart's mother, Karen, correct? Hello, and nice to meet you, Helen. Thank you so much for taking good care of my son. It is a bit unfortunate that we all must meet at such late timing as tomorrow, but I am really looking forward to both meeting his fiancée for the first time in person as well as her parents. I'm going to get this off my plate right now. Is it true that you are a single mother to Bart? Excuse me? Well, that is true, but what does that have to do with anything? What ended up happening to your husband? I understand that what I'm asking may be upsetting you a little bit, but it's very important that my family knows the truth. I'm a bit surprised that you are asking such personal questions already, even though we've not formally met in person yet. Well, as for what happened with my ex-husband, the two of us got a divorce. So that's what's led you to this point? Yes, that's correct, but... Then tell me, Karen, why did your son Bart not end up going with his father in the divorce? Helen, can you please tell me first why you're asking such questions at this time? I'm just a bit suspicious of you is all. As far as this world is aware, families of single mother households have always been known to be very poor. Now tell me, what happened with Bart's father? Does this mean that his father knew of him being poor, and that's why he threw the both of you away and ran off? Did you ask for your son to grow up in a poor and unhappy household? That must make you a terrible mother, correct? I'm not really sure what you're trying to say to me, but there were a lot of things that led up to the divorce between my ex and I. And since you and I have not yet met in person yet, I don't feel obligated to tell you anything more than I already have about such private matters over the phone. But your son is getting married to my daughter, right? We are going to become family very soon, so I'd really like to know what she's getting herself into. I can understand your concern, but can you please wait until tomorrow? I'm sure that you don't need to know all the details at this exact moment, right? Listen, Karen, I only just learned about Bart living in a single mother's household just yesterday. Okay. And it seems as though even my daughter wasn't made aware of that until only recently. So now, since we will finally be meeting you in person, Bart was kind enough to let my daughter know, and she let me know. Now, I have to say, my family is a family of bankers, all right? And we really hope that our daughter's husband and family will be of that same status in this society. Yet my ears have had the misfortune of hearing that Bart comes from a fatherless and poor home. What? Poor? Helen, I have this slight feeling that you are using that word too freely to describe my family currently. You think so? Well, I'm only using it to describe your current state, right? This is why I'm currently talking with my husband about this whole situation. We have to be sure whether it's really okay to let our daughter marry a man like your son. Well, before you begin to judge him based off of myself, take a closer look at him and make that decision. If the both of them look happy together, then that should be good enough to let you guys agree with the marriage, right? My daughter is a very intelligent woman. So, when choosing someone to call her boyfriend, her fiancé, and perhaps someday her husband, she made sure to look into their work and income. But having to hear that his mother is a woman of no wealth that lives day and night having to eat scraps is something none of us expected. Hold on for 1 second. You think that I am so poor that I need to rely on scraps of food to stay alive? What the heck is that all about? In a household with only a single mother as the parent, the money most often goes to you instead of towards raising your kids, correct? And right now we are worried that with you becoming a part of our family, you will only want more and more money since you cannot obtain it yourself. You'll all be fine. You do not have to worry about such a ridiculous thing. Now, if you continue to say such rude things about me, our meeting tomorrow in person might have to be postponed or canceled. So to avoid such a thing, I'll be going now. I look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. Is that right? Then I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I was also looking forward to this meeting with a lot of energy, but now I am a bit concerned for what's to come next. Where have you run off to, Karen? Don't tell me you've already gone home now. Did I really say or do anything that rude to you? Did I end up damaging what little pride you already had or something? Say something rude to me? It wasn't close to such a level. However, I decided to come to this wine bar today to enjoy a meeting with my son's fiancée and her family. Yet, as I walked in to have a seat with you all, you stated that someone of my class shouldn't be in such a fine establishment. And that was your reasoning for not getting me a seat at your table? And then you ended things by asking me to stand, as I do not have the money to take a seat. Now that was actually quite rude of you. Do you think all of that was okay? I just assumed someone of your likes wouldn't mind standing and eating today. You should be thankful that you're allowed to come in and enjoy fine wine and fancy food with the rest of the family, right? Had you just stood there and ate your food, we wouldn't have minded having you at our table for talks. You really have no limits. I had no need to stand there and look like a fool in front of you all. You thought it was acceptable of you to make me look like an idiot and use that as an excuse to laugh at me? You all are really the worst family in this city. Well, you already knew something like this was coming, right? I'm sure it's happened to you plenty of times before, considering you're a single mother with no money that had to raise a child. Now I chose not to give you a seat because you don't have the money to afford one, so stand and enjoy the food. I'm going home then. Goodbye forever. I am certain that your actions will soon lead you to becoming very regretful of them, and not just you, but also your husband. Where are you right now, Karen? What was that? I don't really understand why you're asking me that now, of all times. I remember telling you only an hour ago that I was heading home and would most definitely not be coming back, right? Well, my husband just received a call from the bank a few moments ago. You did something, and I want to know what the hell it was. It's so sad that you happened to see me as someone with no wealth, even though that was clearly, and still is clearly, not the case. What? I happen to be the daughter of a millionaire. And with the money I had from my parents, I was able to afford plenty of businesses, which I now run. So, to you, that idea of me being a poor person was really far off the mark, and I'm sure you're surprised to hear that, correct? Hold on, you! What are you talking about? You were once the daughter of a millionaire and now you run your own businesses? That would be the reason why your husband is currently being contacted by the bank, right? They must have heard that my companies will be pulling all their money out of your husband's bank, and that's why they are trying to get an understanding of the situation from your husband now. What? So that's why they all started to call my husband and everyone on the other end of the line were pissed at him? My husband is all flustered right now and is getting up to head straight to the bank. He told me he had to go because of you pulling out all that money from his bank. Why does my husband have to be involved in this? Did you know that before both you and I met, I had already learned all about your family and what you all do for a living? What? You're talking about my family, right? That's right. Your daughter happens to be a very important person to my son, after all. And so he asked me to take a good look into her and the rest of her family to see what you all are up to. And that's how I learned that your husband and son both work for the banks, and one that I'm a part of. And this was all too easy for me to figure out, considering all my businesses use the banks your husband and son are a part of. and have been with them for a very long time now.
All too easy? What is?
You already know, right? Getting my revenge.
Revenge? Are you talking about for what just happened at the wine bar? Are you that upset over something as basic as me not getting you a seat there?
However, both you and your husband happen to be running like chickens with no heads, correct? To a bank as large as the one your husband works for, something like that is a very naughty thing to do to one of the partners there. I'm sure your husband is well aware now that his fate has most likely already been decided within that bank.
You mean he'll be fired? You're lying, right? There's no way they'd fire him. He's been working for that bank for over 30 years now and is a big player in getting them new customers and partners.
And I'm sure he didn't expect this to be the way things ended for him, right? And this isn't all, Helen.
What else is there?
Because this was all the fault of him and his wife, the bank will most likely be asking for reparations from him in some way for the major damage to them.
Ask for reparations from us? Why us?
I told you that it's because of your husband and your behavior that I just had my companies pull all their money out of your husband's bank. It's because of the both of you that the bank is now going to be in some seriously hot waters.
What? We're the ones at fault for this?
I told you how that all has happened just a second ago, and how it links to the both of your actions.
Well, it's not like the two of us ever knew that you had that kind of money. Everyone already knows that a single mother household is always without any money and has to live off the scraps that fall from us rich people's hands. Why did you never say anything to me about this sooner? Not even Bart told us anything.
There have been a lot of people in Bart's past that have only wanted to marry him for his money. So we've learned to not talk as much about our family and our wealth right off the bat, and instead wait to hear from the other party first. His past fiancé only wanted the money in his family.
That's your reason for never telling us? You can't be holding secrets like that from people.
Well, that's the only reason for it, so tell me why you're thinking I'm the one that did something wrong here. I'll tell you straight. All my son and I are two very rich people. And we never thought that you and your husband would find us both to be living in poverty. However, you thought that just because I don't have a husband, right?
Well, had you just told me that you were the CEO or something, I would have never had the wrong idea about you being a single mother. Can't you see you're to blame for not ever telling me about yourself?
You asked me the other day what happened to cause the divorce, right? Well, we ended up getting that divorce because we are both two very different people. But as of right now, we both still get to see our son when we want to. And as of right now, Bart still sees my ex-husband as his father, and his father sees him as his son. Right now, he's just been overseas for some time operating a very large company. I never told you that before, though, did I?
I never heard that from you. It's because of you never telling us all these important details that my husband is going to have his head on the chopping block. Are you not even worried about my family right now?
What are you talking about, Helen? We were supposed to meet to talk to one another and discuss our children's marriage. However, you never reserved me a seat. And then you told me the reason for that was because you taught me being a single mother meant that I was poor. And then laughed at me, telling me to stand and eat. That was all you, right? That to me seems like you never got rid of your immature middle school behavior.
I guess I did say and do all of that to you at some point. But I wasn't doing it to be mean to you or anything.
Doing something as pathetic as that while laughing with your family as I stood there humiliated? You all are such children that I could see there was no point to talking with you anymore. All I gained from that meeting was the knowledge to not let my son marry your daughter. And as for the money that I've pulled from your husband's bank, I am allowed to put it anywhere I please, right?
I never meant to make you do something so crazy as that, though. It was all just meant to be a joke.
A joke, huh? Let me tell you that when you try to tell a joke, you need to be a bit more lighthearted about it. That means none of that hateful speech and tone should be going into it. Well, you really did it this time, Helen, and now your family is going to pay the price for it dearly. And my son is telling me that he no longer wants anything to do with a family like yours. I believe April and Bart being engaged is no longer a thing.
Huh? Bart doesn't want her anymore?
He just had to witness your family making fun of me right before his very eyes. So I don't blame him for no longer wanting your daughter. I guess you'll get to have your unemployed daughter back now after all that. And not only are you and her unemployed, but so will your husband be here soon, and maybe even your son. And then all four of you can be a poor and jobless family with no use to our society. Am I right? Well, this is all you deserve after how you treated me, so there was no avoiding this. I'm sorry, Karen. I can see now that everything I did to you was wrong. Do you think we can start everything over again and get back to getting to know one another? I know that my misunderstanding is the reason for all this, but no thank you. There are no more chances for you now, Helen. All of you jobless lowlives can band together now and try to find a way out of that mess. And tell me, who are the real poor people after today? In the end, Helen, her husband, and April all tried their hardest to apologize to Karen for what they'd done, but Karen ignored all of them as though they were nothing more than ants. And after that, Helen's husband lost his job at the bank and was no longer able to consider himself a wealthy banker. He had tried so hard to plead his case to the owners of the bank, but when they told him he had crossed the line making fun of one of their biggest partners, they had no choice but to get rid of him. They also stated to him that due to all of the money his family actions cost the bank, he would be taken to court and have to pay a reparation to the bank. And when it came to the kids, the marriage between April and Bart was also canceled, and the money that was owed to the bank by her family was paid for with all their savings. When the news of that court case got out regarding said money being paid after the actions of the family, April's brother then lost his job at the bank he worked for, and the reasoning was to prevent future issues that might occur with him. So, as of right now, that family is left with nothing to do but cry and whine about what's happened. And if they ever plan on finding new jobs again, they might want to settle with something outside the world of money, as no bank or financial institution would want to hire them now. I believe all of this was a very good lesson for them, that picking on someone you have no idea about can for sure bite you in the butt before you realize it.
Hey, Thies, aren't you married yet? You're getting up there in age, right? Don't your parents ever push you to get married?
Good evening, Maggie. Well, I haven't really thought about it. Right now I'm pretty busy with work and I haven't had much time to meet anyone. My parents haven't really pressured me about it either. They've always told me that I should live my life at my own pace.
Wow, that's so nice. My parents are always on my case about it. They keep telling me you have to get married before you turn 30. No one's going to want you after that. You'll just be seen as an old hag with no market value. I'm constantly hearing that kind of stuff.
Oh, I see. Well, that must be tough for you. For the record, I'm already over 30, so I guess meeting your parents would be pretty awkward for me, huh?
Wait, really? You're over 30? Well, in that case, maybe you should start worrying a little. You're pretty much on the verge of being in the leftover market, aren't you?
Well, maybe from a certain point of view, but I've always believed that if you don't meet the right person at the right time, no matter how great they are, things won't work out. Forcing something just doesn't make sense.
Wow, that's pretty deep. I guess those are the words of wisdom that come with age, huh?
Is that so? Thank you, I suppose. Though I'm not sure how I feel about that compliment.
Well, in any case, now I get it. If you had someone you were thinking of marrying, I was going to suggest inviting them to our wedding. But since you don't, I guess that's that.
Yep, that's about right. But thanks for being thoughtful.
Well, we'll still be counting on you for the big day. You'll be there, right?
Of course, I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'm looking forward to it. Wait, what's going on? You suddenly slapped me? What are you thinking?
Huh? That's what I should be asking you. I heard you grew up in an orphanage, right? An orphan at a family event like my wedding? Oh, how embarrassing. A stranger like you shouldn't even be here.
Are you seriously saying this? Yes, I was raised in an orphanage, but Is that really such a big issue? Officially, I'm legally recognized as part of the family. I've always had a good relationship with Arnold, and we've gotten along as siblings our whole lives. I'm sure Arnold sees me as his real sister. Ugh, orphans are gross. Seriously, it's disgusting. And that means if I marry Arnold, you're literally just a stranger. Strangers shouldn't be attending our wedding. Are you serious right now? Of course I'm serious. And by the way, since you're not blood related to Arnold, you're not harboring weird feelings for him or anything, right? Because that would be seriously gross. What? No way. Of course not. Neither Arnold nor I think anything like that. Ew, you're seriously disgusting. You were adopted from some random place, right? I can't believe something like that could be a part of a family. That's just not acceptable. So this is how you feel? Fine, I understand. Just know that I've always treated Arnold like my brother. You're not family, so stop acting like you are. Now, get out! Understood. Thea! That was just a joke. Please come back right now. You didn't actually leave, did you? What are you talking about? You actually slapped me, didn't you? You looked me straight in the face and said I was a disgusting orphan raised in an institution. You really think I'm going to forget that? Wait, stop taking that seriously. I'm telling you it was just a joke, so come back. I didn't think you'd get all emotional about something like that. Honestly, are you really going to let that bother you? Even if it wasn't your true feelings, or even if it was just a joke, what you said was unforgivable. You slapped me in front of everyone and told me to leave. I never want to be involved with you again. What you did was absolutely cruel. Hold on, that's gotta be a joke, right? Wow, you're really something, aren't you? Joking right back at me like that? You've gotta be kidding. But seriously, come back. You've caused a huge scene, and now the whole wedding is on hold because of you. Everything is falling apart, so just come back and we can fix this. Yes, I know things have fallen apart. My phone hasn't stopped buzzing. My family is really worried. My parents keep calling to check if I'm okay. Arnold is trying to reach me too. It looks like I've caused a lot of trouble for everyone, but honestly, this isn't just about me. Arnold is out looking for you right now. Please, I am begging you, come back already. The wedding can't go on without you. This is all turning into a disaster. I've already told you I'm not coming back. You slapped me and humiliated me and then told me to leave. You don't just get to snap your fingers and make everything go away. If you want to go ahead with the wedding, then be my guest. But don't expect me to come back and pretend like none of this happened. I'm not going to support this marriage anymore. Arnold is furious. Do you have any idea how much he's angry right now? He's absolutely livid about what happened. He's asking why you would say such cruel things to me, his sister. Your parents are completely beside themselves with anger, too. Your dad even stood up in front of everyone and shouted, "This wedding is off!" Now the whole venue is dead silent. It's an absolute nightmare. Oh, I see. That sounds like a real mess. But I can picture it clearly. Right now, my mom is probably holding a handkerchief, trying to keep herself from crying. That's exactly what's happening. Your dad was shouting at everyone to calm down, but you could see the anger in his face. He was glaring at everyone, especially me. And then right after he shouted at Arnold, "This wedding is canceled," your mom quietly walked up to my parents and said, "We can no longer permit this marriage to go forward." She said it so calmly, but the weight of her words was enormous. I see. So my parents are that upset. It's a strange feeling, but it also makes me realize just how much they care about me. I guess in a way, I'm really lucky to have such a loving family. Don't act like this is some sentimental revelation. You realize how bad things are, right? And if this keeps going, Arnold's life will be ruined. The only way to fix this is if you come back and clear everything up. You can still make things right, so please, just come back. No, I think it's too late for that now. Listen, maybe you haven't thought about this, but we're just like any other family. Sure, I'm not their biological child, but my parents still raised me with love and care. Arnold has never once made me feel like I didn't belong. Can you imagine how it feels to have your family insulted like that? Well, yeah, I guess I wouldn't like it if someone said something bad about my family. That would hurt. Exactly. So if you wouldn't want someone to treat your family that way, why do you think it's okay to treat others like that? This is something my mom taught me when I was just a kid. She told me that if I didn't want to be treated a certain way, I shouldn't treat others like that either. It's such a simple lesson, but it's important. Why are you giving me a lecture now? We can talk about all that later. Right now, all I need you to do is come back. That's it. If you come back, everything will go back to normal. So please, just do it. I'm not coming back. Arnold is on his way to see me, and I'm going to talk to him directly. I'm not going to try to change his mind about anything, so don't worry. If, after hearing everything, he decides he doesn't want to go through with the wedding, that's his decision. But all I'm going to do is tell him the truth, nothing more. Please, just listen to me. I'm really, really sorry for what I said. I've thought it over, and I realize how wrong I was. I won't ever make the same mistake again, I swear. So please, just come back, and we can make this right. I've already told you no. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I am exhausted, and honestly, I just need to be alone right now. Wait, no, you can't just leave like this. If you don't come back, everything is going to fall apart. Arnold is going to be devastated, and your parents will never forgive me. Please just do this for your family. Don't you care about them? Of course I care about my family. That's why I'm doing this. You see, my parents taught me the importance of standing up for myself, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not going to let you or anyone else treat me like I don't matter. I know my worth, and I won't let anyone diminish that, not even for the sake of a wedding. But what about Arnold? Don't you care about how this will affect him? He loves you, Thea, and he's counting on you to be there for him. You're his sister, and he needs you now more than ever. Please, don't let him down. I'm not letting Arnold down. I love him, and I'll always be there for him. But that doesn't mean I have to put up with being treated like this. If Arnold truly loves me and respects me, then he'll understand why I'm doing this. And if he doesn't, well, then maybe this marriage wasn't meant to be after all. You can't be serious. You're really going to let everything fall apart just because of one stupid comment? Is this really how you want things to end? This isn't about one comment. This is about how you've treated me and how you've shown me that you don't respect me or my family. I can't support a marriage where one partner doesn't respect the other's family. That's not the kind of relationship I want to be a part of, and it's not the kind of life I want for Arnold either. But I have apologized. I told you I'm sorry, and I mean it. Can't you just forgive me and come back? We can put all this behind us and move forward together. Forgiveness isn't something that can be demanded or rushed. It's something that has to be earned, and right now, I'm not sure you've earned it. I need time to process everything, and I need space to figure out what's best for me and my family. Maybe someday I'll be able to forgive you, but right now I just can't. So, what are you saying? That this is the end? That you're just going to walk away and never look back? I'm saying that I need to do what's right for me. And if that means walking away, then yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not doing this to hurt anyone, but I also can't let myself be hurt anymore. I deserve better than that, and so does Arnold. Fine. If that's really how you feel, then there's nothing more I can say. But just know that you're making a huge mistake. You're throwing away everything for no good reason.
Thea, I'm really sorry about yesterday. Are you feeling better?
It's fine, don't worry about it. More importantly, aren't you the one who seems more upset? It was supposed to be your wedding. I'm really sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You were just a victim in all this. To hear such heartless things said, I honestly can't forgive that. You have no idea how much you've helped me until now.
I understand that she doesn't care about those circumstances, but I believe there are things you can say and things you can't. If I were in her position, I would never say something like that. The fact that she could just blurt out such words and then slap my fiancé's sister, I'm sorry, but I just can't celebrate the two of you.
Yeah, I get it. I don't want to marry her anymore either. I'm honestly despairing over who she really is.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. But are you really okay with this? This could significantly change Arnold's life, you know?
I'm fine with it. In fact, I've been having doubts about marrying her. There's a chance she might be betraying me, you know.
Wait, what do you mean?
The results were supposed to come out a little earlier. It got delayed, and here we are. Ironically, the results came out just yesterday.
What are you talking about?
It's about a test I had done recently. I found out that I might not be the only one she's been seeing. You know how she's always been secretive with her phone? I never thought much of it until I started noticing certain things.
So you think she might be cheating on you?
Exactly. I mean, it's one thing if she's just busy with her job or something, but the way she's been acting, it's been really strange. There were texts that I saw when she thought I wasn't looking. It was just a feeling at first, but now it's turned into something I can't ignore.
Well, that's awful. Have you confronted her about it?
Not yet. I wanted to wait for the results first. I didn't want to make accusations without any proof, but now that it's all come crashing down, I don't know what to do.
You really should talk to her. It's not fair for you to be in the dark about something like this.
You're right. But how do I even start? It feels like I'm walking on eggshells. I mean, if she is cheating, what's going to happen to us after all of this? I don't want to ruin even more of my happiness, but I also can't just stand by while she pulls this kind of stuff.
It's tough, but you can't keep it bottled up. You need to find a way to bring it up, even if it's just to clarify your feelings.
Yeah, I know. I just wish it didn't have to come to this. Everything was supposed to be perfect, and now it feels like it's all falling apart.
I'm here for you. No matter what happens, just remember that you need to put yourself first. Don't lose sight of that.
Thanks, Thea. I really appreciate your support. I'll think about how to handle this. It's just a lot to process right now.
Take your time. Just remember, the truth always has a way of coming out. It's better for everyone in the long run, even if it feels hard now.
You're right. I'll figure it out. I just hope this all works out for the best.
It seems like there's been a burglary at my place, but then I found out it was you. What do you think you were doing? Do you really believe that you can get married after pulling a stunt like this? Do you think that sneaking around and stealing from people will lead to some sort of happy ending for you? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not doing anything like that. Oh, really? Oh, you must be joking. I have clear footage of you on the security cameras. What's your excuse for that? Do you really think you can deny it when there's undeniable proof right in front of you? Huh? Security cameras? Your house isn't even that fancy to have those, right? Well, you see, I work from home. I have important documents and everything, so I installed them just in case. It's not about having a fancy house. It's about being responsible and protecting what's mine. But you didn't care about that at all, did you? You only took the valuables. What? Did you lose your chance to marry my brother, quit your job, and come here to steal because you're broke? Is that really the desperate path you've chosen? No way. Are you serious right now? You're really accusing me of that? Do you think I'm just making this up? You think I'm talking nonsense even though I have all this evidence? Look, it's clear as day on the footage. You can't just ignore it. It's not a figment of my imagination. It's reality staring you in the face. No, that's... You must be having a rough time now. Your wedding is over, and I bet your relatives have cut ties with you. You have no one to rely on, lost everything, and yet you still think it's understandable to resort to theft? I can't quite empathize, though. It's hard to feel sorry for someone who chooses to hurt others when they're down. It's all your fault! What did you say? How dare you shift the blame on me?
It's your fault for not accepting my apology and leaving. Arnold got furious and called off the engagement because of you. If you had just come back and made things right, none of this would have happened. Can't you see that your actions had consequences? Are you serious? You need to take some responsibility for your actions. The issue wasn't my behavior. Everyone was angry because of what you said and did. How can you not see that after all this time? Are you really this blind to your own faults? Because I never expected you to be an orphan. I was so excited to become a part of Arnold's family. If there's a woman in the family who's nobody special, my parents would never accept that. I thought they would be strict about it. You have to understand, it's not just about me. It's about family dynamics, too. That was a misunderstanding on your part. Your family's strictness is precisely why they were upset with your comments. From my perspective, they were completely justified. You can't just walk into a family and expect them to embrace you without any reservations. Still, I did apologize. Apologies aren't enough. Oh, and there's one more thing. I want you to lose even more. I hope you understand that this isn't just about you and me. It's about accountability for your actions. What? What more can I possibly lose? I lost my fiancé, my relatives, and my job. There's nothing left for me to lose. You've taken everything. Your money. What? Are you serious? What do you mean by that? While you were with Arnold, I know you were seeing other men. It's only fair that you face the consequences for that betrayal. You can't just play with people's emotions and expect to get away with it. No way. You must be mistaken. I would never do that. I can't believe you would think that of me. I know everything, and I have the evidence. There's no way for you to escape this now. You think you can talk your way out of this? You think I'm just going to let you go without facing the music? That's not going to happen. Wait, what are you talking about? Please just stop tormenting me any further. I can't take this. If you're suffering, that's your own problem. You've enjoyed yourself for far too long, haven't you? Even after your engagement was decided, it seems you continued seeing him. You thought you could juggle 2 lives without any repercussions. So, how do you know that? You're making it sound so personal. Your boyfriend seems to be rather dim-witted. He posted all kinds of things on his account. He conveniently kept a record of it all. He documented the dates you met and went on dates together. You didn't think I would find out, did you? You must have thought you were being clever, but it's all right here. What? He was doing that? Why would he post that? Oh, so you didn't know. He had a secret account that was all about living the good life. He posted pictures, and guess what? There were photos from the same angle and around the same time as your "I stayed over at my girlfriend's" posts. It's almost laughable how naive you've been. What? He did that multiple times? Ugh, I can't believe this. It seems he has multiple women in his life. Well, of course, he wouldn't share that account with you. He probably thought it was safer that way, keeping his options open while you were busy being oblivious. What? He was seeing other women? Oh, that is just the worst. I can't believe this is happening. You're the last person to say that. Who's the one betraying their fiancé? You can't act like you're innocent here. You're trying to deflect attention from your own mistakes by pointing fingers at others. That is just pathetic. That's not true. He wasn't serious with those girls. They were just old connections. He used to be a host, but he quit. I was just meeting him occasionally. So you lied to Arnold about hanging out with female friends, yet you went to stay with a former host? How do you plan to explain that? What kind of justification do you have for that? You're digging yourself deeper, and it's not going to end well for you. But I was going to stop after we got married. I swear, I was going to be loyal. People who say they'll change after marriage often don't. Even if I set aside that theory, that's all hypothetical. You've already committed your wrongdoing, so you're going to have to pay for your damages. There's no way around it. Wait, damages? Come on, that's an exaggeration. We weren't even married yet. It doesn't matter if you weren't married. Damages apply to engagements, too. You can't just assume that because there's no ring on your finger, you can escape the consequences of your actions. That's not how life works. No way. You can't be serious. Did you find pleasure in pushing me further into a corner? Is this really the path you want to take?
That's not all.
What do you mean?
You broke into my house without permission and stole my things. Naturally, I'm filing a report and notifying the police. I'll be providing them with the video evidence, and you'll have to deal with the consequences. You'll end up with a criminal record, and you'll still have to pay damages. Your life will be over after this.
What the hell? Oh, that's just too cruel. Please, just stop. I was only making a joke. You can't treat me like this. I didn't mean any harm.
You're suffering the consequences of your actions. If you had reflected on your mistakes and tried to make amends, things might have turned out differently. Arnold even debated how far he should go with you, but what you did was outright criminal. I can't just let it slide.
That's not fair. I thought of you as family, and you're doing this to me?
You're the one who said I wasn't family. And since the wedding is off, that doesn't matter anymore. You invaded my home and committed a crime. You show no signs of remorse, and since you've crossed that line, I will also be pursuing damages from my brother. He needs to learn from this as well.
Please, I am really sorry. I was wrong. I'll return what I took. Just don't involve the police. I'll do anything. Just don't let this ruin my life.
If I show you leniency now, it will only lead to a cycle of repeating offenses. And I can already guess you'll want to get back together with Arnold somehow. I'm exhausted by this. You need to go reflect on your actions in a very serious way. You've put yourself in this position, and now you have to face the consequences.
Just please, I beg you. I'll make it right. I'll fix everything. Just give me a chance.
A chance? You've had plenty of chances, and you've wasted every single one of them. Now it's time to face the music. You can't just keep asking for second chances when you've repeatedly shown that you're not worthy of them. Life doesn't work that way.
I promise I'll change. I'll prove to you that I can be better. Just don't do this.
You keep saying that, but words mean nothing without actions to back them up. You need to show me that you're capable of being a better person, and right now, I'm not seeing any of that. Until you can prove it, I won't let this go. Maggie was taken away by the police, and after that, I never saw her again. It was a surreal moment, watching her being led away, the weight of everything that had transpired settling heavily on my chest. I had so many mixed feelings swirling around inside me: anger, sadness, relief, and even a strange sense of closure. Since the incident, the decision was made to handle everything through a lawyer. It seemed like the most sensible course of action, especially given the complexity of the situation. With legal proceedings in motion, I felt a sense of detachment. There was no immediate pressure on me. I could take a step back and observe how things would unfold. It was as if I had handed over the reins to someone else, letting them guide me through this chaotic ordeal. My brother Arnold had initially taken a lenient stance. He seemed to think that since he and Maggie were no longer planning to marry, it might be better to overlook her reckless behavior. He was trying to be the bigger person, perhaps hoping to salvage some kind of amicable resolution. However, it soon became clear that he was grappling with the pain of betrayal. As time went on, he changed his mind and decided that it was crucial to seek damages from her. He was determined to hold her accountable for her actions. It was heartbreaking to see my brother go through such turmoil. His wedding plans had been dashed in an instant, and I could feel his disappointment resonating deeply within me. I understood how much he had invested in the relationship, and the sudden end left a gaping hole in his life. Yet, amid the sorrow, I couldn't shake the feeling of relief that came with the end of his engagement to someone I believed was fundamentally flawed. Maggie's behavior had always raised red flags. The way she acted, the choices she made, and the way she treated those around her, it all pointed to a deeper issue. I had tried to give her the benefit of the doubt, wanting to believe that she could change or that my brother could bring out the best in her. But now, with everything laid bare, it was evident that she was not the right person for him. It felt like a strange contradiction. I was happy that Arnold had escaped a potentially toxic marriage, but I was equally saddened by the loss of what could have been. The family dynamics were shifting, and I could see the strain on everyone. The idea of a wedding had brought a sense of joy and anticipation, and now it was replaced by uncertainty and regret. Arnold's determination to seek damages was not just about financial compensation. It was about reclaiming his dignity. He wanted to make sure that Maggie understood the impact of her actions. It was important for him to assert that her behavior had consequences, not only for him, but for her as well. I admired his resolve, even though I could see the emotional toll it was taking on him. As we moved forward with the legal proceedings, I tried to support him as best I could. We had long discussions about the situation, and I listened as he poured out his feelings of betrayal and anger. I wanted him to know that he wasn't alone in this. We were family, and I would stand by him no matter what. The more we talked, the more it became clear that while he had lost a potential partner, he was gaining something far more valuable: clarity. The experience had forced him to confront what he truly wanted in life and what kind of partner he deserved. I could see the weight on his shoulders slowly lifting, and for that, I was grateful. In the end, even though Maggie's actions had caused so much pain, they also served as a catalyst for growth. Life had a way of pushing us into uncomfortable situations, but it also allowed us to discover our strength. I hoped that one day Arnold would find someone who truly appreciated him, someone who would support him and share in his dreams.
Hi, Ashley. Where are you? I'm in the dressing room disinfecting my cut. I'm so sorry about attacking you. I thought it was an oil drum, but it was you in a wedding dress. How could you possibly confuse me with an oil drum? First of all, why would you try to attack it in the first place? It was the same color as your dress. Plus, I think I'm a little buzzed. I always check the oil drum to see if it's safe because I heard some rumors on TV that there's dangerous stuff in it, like a bomb or a trap. Do you always check it by drop kicking it? Yeah, seems like that's how you check if it's safe or not. I see. I don't know what TV show you watched, but that's an interesting way to check. I forgot the title, but I watched the show where people drop kick different things and see what happens. It was entertaining. I'll let you know if I remember the title. Okay. Anyways, can I excuse myself now? My cut is better now and I need to take pictures to upload on social media, so talk to you soon, Stella. Oh wait, I wanted to talk to you about something in person, and also apologize about the incident earlier. If it's better to talk here, then I have no problem with that. Is here okay? Sure. Again, I'm so sorry for attacking you. I just wanted to protect you from danger. I appreciate your concern, but please check carefully next time because you scared me and hurt me. Will do. Oh, and what did you need to tell me? I want to ask you a favor, actually. What is it? It's an order, to be exact. Do you want me to go buy you something for you? I'm wearing a wedding dress and pretty busy now, so that's not possible. Sorry. No, can you listen to me? Do you have a problem with someone in my family? Do you want me to change flowers? Do you want to change your seat? Shut up and listen to me! Sorry, I just asked you those questions because you always have a problem with something, so what is it then? Not this time. I want you to send me $6,000 every month. $6,000. Seriously. Yes. Why? Well, I was going to only ask you for $3,000, but you kept on interrupting me and pissed me off, so I made it $6,000. How did I piss you off? You just did, okay? I don't think that's the reason. I bet you just have a problem with me, right? I think you were still going to ask me for $6,000 pissed off or not. Shut your mouth! Wow, I can't believe that Zane is marrying an idiot. Excuse me? You heard me. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be called an idiot by someone who mistakes an oil drum for a person. Well, it's not my fault that you're fat and look like one. Oh, so you kicked me on purpose. Why did you lie to me? Because out of all the girls in this whole world, he decided to choose you. And he made the right choice. No, he made a terrible mistake. He should have chosen someone better than you. Didn't you at least think about losing weight for today? I don't need to because I look fabulous. Being fat leads to diabetes and high blood pressure, you know. Yeah, it is true that being fat can increase the risks of those health problems, but there are people who are healthy like me. So you should stop making assumptions like that. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, you better pay me $6,000 every month, okay? Why do I need to pay you? Because you're marrying a genius that I gave birth to. I need to pay you just for that reason. Of course. Do you know how much it took for me to raise him perfectly? He's handsome, works at a top position in an elite company, and made a lot of accomplishments for the company. Think of it as education fees. I have no clue what you're saying, but there's no way I can pay you $6,000 every month. If it's every 6 months, maybe I can, but I won't. You really don't know how anything works, do you? You always have to pay a price to get something. I see, but I don't think that matters now, so I'll happily marry him whatsoever. Wow, Zane is very kind to get engaged to a woman who only has a brain like a bird. He's so perfect, a true gentleman. That's some kind of insult mixed with whatever you just said. You probably don't understand what I said, so I'll explain it simply. He's so perfect that you don't deserve him. I'm sorry you feel that way. I know you love him and want the best for him, but he chose me, and I chose him. We're happy together, and we support each other. I hope you can accept our relationship and be happy for us. I will not accept your relationship whatsoever, but if you plan on paying me, I'll let you marry him. How does that sound? This is a joke, right? No, I'm being serious. Can I ask your husband about this? I wonder what he's going to say about this. I hope he disagrees with this nonsense. You don't need to ask him because he agrees with me. Actually, he was the one that said these things in the first place. What? Seriously? He's a chill person, so I thought he would never say that. Well, you thought wrong, so why don't you just give up and pay us every month? If not, I'm going to make him call off the wedding, okay? Is that a threat? Nope, I'm being serious right now. Wow, I'm going to talk to Zane about this because this is ridiculous. Hey, Zane, do you have time to talk now?
Yeah, call or text.
Texting is fine because I know you're getting ready for the wedding.
Yeah, I still need to have my hair styled by the stylist and get dressed. You got ready early.
I actually came 3 hours ago. I wanted to take pictures for my social media. I took about 300 already.
Oh wow! I hope you got some good shots. Can you show me those after the wedding?
Sure, I'm definitely going to end up with 1,000 pictures today. I want to see your pics before the wedding also.
Okay, I will take a few pictures while I'm getting ready. Is that okay?
Of course.
Anyways, I just noticed that you sent me screenshots of conversations between you and my mom. I'm really shocked. She hurt you and said the meanest things to you. I'm happy that she's proud of me, but she went too far. Can't believe that she called you fat. You're not okay?
Thank you, Zane. What should I do about paying them $6,000 every month? If I don't listen to them, they're gonna cancel the wedding ceremony.
That's ridiculous. $6,000 is a lot of money.
I mean, I have enough earnings to send your parents money.
Do not send them money, okay? I love my parents, but they are really rude and disrespectful. I've always thought that something was off with their personalities, but I didn't know they were this rude. Also, I know they waste their money on unnecessary things, and they never helped me when I needed them. So they won't do anything in return.
I never met people like your parents in my life. I thought that I could get along with your dad because he was a chill person, but boy was I wrong. Sorry to say this, but I don't want to have them as parents.
You don't need to be sorry. I'm tired of them, actually. Hey, why don't we use this opportunity to cut ties with them?
What? Are you okay with that?
I also have been paying rent for my parents' house, so if I cut ties, I don't need to pay it anymore. Ha ha ha!
Do you think that they'll just cut ties with you that easily?
Yep, I know they will.
Great, we should plan something then.
Definitely. My mom still thinks I'm a well-behaved son who works at a top company, so I will still act like the elite me.
What should I do?
How about telling her that I lost my job or something? I'm pretty sure she will have a sudden change in attitude.
Sounds good. Wait, isn't she gonna be worried about you though?
She only thinks about herself, so probably not.
Really? I think she loves you because she brags about you a lot.
You'll see her true colors after you tell her.
I seriously want to know, so I'll send her a chat in a little bit. I just want to take a few more pictures.
Of course. Thank you, Ashley.
Hi, Stella. I talked to Zane. Okay, and I haven't got a proper answer from you yet. Are you going to pay the $6,000 every month or not? No, I won't pay for it. So is it okay to cancel the wedding like I said? I canceled it already, actually. What? Yeah, so you guys can go home. Wait, what? I don't want to pay $6,000 every month, so I thought it was better if I canceled the wedding before you did. You made the right choice. Good to hear. He deserves someone way better than you. Just to let you know, Zane will be leaving with me also. You guys didn't break up? Nope, why would we? Did you think that canceling the wedding means breaking up? Looks like he wants to cut ties with you also. He's the one that said that. Yes, he's embarrassed that you're forcing me to pay you guys every month. He also said that he can't pay for your rent anymore. What? Seriously? He's paid well, so he should have no problem paying for it. He doesn't have a job now, actually. You didn't know? What? He didn't tell me about this. Are you lying? I'm not lying. You may already know, but he's a very good salesman, but his performance began to decline from about 2 years ago, and he couldn't cope with that anymore. So he stopped going to the office 6 months ago. Did he have a mental breakdown or something? Yes, he did. He just gave up and didn't go to work. He stays in his room almost all day doing nothing. What? He doesn't go to work because of that stupid reason? I mean, there seemed to be a lot of pressure because it was a big company. He shouldn't be that weak because he's my child. Mine! Why don't you talk to him about it? I will. You don't need to tell me that. Zane, it's Mom. You said that you were going to cut ties with us. Please tell me that you were joking.
Oh, you heard from Ashley? I'm not joking. I will cut ties with you.
Why? We've given you a good life, haven't we?
You did. But I can't forgive you for disrespecting and insulting Ashley, and there is no way I'm letting her pay you $6,000 every month.
I just told her the truth.
You need to watch your words because it can affect the other person's feelings. How would you feel if someone told the truth about yourself in the same way you told her? I know you will feel hurt and angry.
So what? I won't listen to them and just move on.
That's you, though. People take it differently.
Whatever. Hey, what's the story about you having no job? This is what I wanted to ask you the most.
You heard from her, right? I haven't been working for this past 6 months. I was able to pay for your rent because I had quite a lot of savings left, but not anymore.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so please start paying for the rent next month.
You're not going to help me?
No, because there's no need to. Plus, like I said, I have no money.
Wait, how did you pay for the wedding, though? If you have no money, there's no way you could have paid for it.
Ashley paid for everything.
Wow, seriously? I don't remember raising you this way. Okay, you know what? You're nothing to me now.
Oh my god, here we go again with this. You don't love me. You just love yourself for giving birth to me. Plus, you guys just use me for money.
Say whatever you want, but you're not a part of this family anymore.
You guys are really toxic parents.
We're going to cut ties, right? That's fine with me. I wasted my time talking to you. Bye. Ashley, didn't you guys cancel the wedding? Why are my relatives sending pictures of the wedding? We actually canceling the wedding. I'm excited for the wedding reception. What the hell? We're on our way back home. Why didn't you tell us? It's simple. We didn't want you guys here. Can you explain to me why Zane's bosses are there? Didn't he quit? Oh, that was a lie. He's still working hard and well, and he's even ranked #1 in business performance. What? It was just a test to see if you really loved him, but you don't love him even a little. You know what? We're going back. He's very important in my life, so I'll be attending the wedding. So you decide to show up because you know that he still works and gets paid a good amount? Wow. I have no words to say to you right now. But I don't blame you because you need to pay off debt, right? What? Sorry, but I overheard your relatives talking about it in the smoking room. So you were spending money because you thought Zane would take care of it later, right? Hey, what the hell were you doing in the smoking room? I wasn't in it. I was getting dolled up for the wedding reception and it was close to the smoking room. You just wanted to keep him so he'll pay for it, right? No, that's not true. I was spending money because I had to pay for some urgent things. What urgent things? Like medical expenses, groceries, and transportation costs. Zane is right next to me, but he told me that he paid for those and that he knows you're lying. I know that you don't want to let go of him, but we already cut ties, so you guys are just strangers, so don't think about coming back. No, please, I'm in a tough situation now, so please understand. I can't pay the rent for next month, and I can't tell my husband about the debt. Yeah, and doesn't matter to me. Anyway, we'll go there from now. You're a nice person, so you'll listen to my story, right? This is your last warning. Don't come back or I'll report you to the venue. And they'll force you to leave. Nice, huh? It's kind of creepy when a mean person suddenly becomes nice. Please don't say that. I was worried about my son all along, so I may have sounded mean. Sounded mean. You called me fat, an idiot, and even kicked me. Look, I'm so sorry about everything. I will apologize. Sorry, but it's too late now. Please, can you let him talk to me? You don't need to pay for the $6,000 anymore. How's that? He said he doesn't want to talk to you. At this point, the $6,000 doesn't matter anymore. I'll live peacefully with Zane and make sure not to become like you in the future. Bye. Wait, you and Zane are the only two I can rely on. Who's this? I don't know you. Now, will you excuse me? The wedding reception is about to start. Zane's parents arrived at the venue, but our reception was over and we'd already left somewhere for the after party. They reached out to all the relatives, and when they finally arrived at the after party, it was over and nobody was there. They ended up not being able to meet us, but we didn't mind at all. Stella's husband eventually found out about her debt and got so furious that he divorced her. She now lost the last person who she can rely on, and she now lives in the streets because she couldn't pay for anything. On the other hand, we moved to a new house, starting a new life. Zane is still working hard at the company, and even if he lost his job, I'll still love him. I know that I'll be happy living with him.
I am just beat. I can't believe that it took me until this early in the morning to finally finish with my day at work. Anyways, once I wrap up with everything here, I am finally going to be going home to you.
Oh, hey, Julia. I think this is probably the latest I've ever seen you get off work. In fact, I feel like lately, all you've been working is the graveyard shift these days, right? Or rather, maybe I should just come out and say what I really mean. I know that you're having an affair with me. You're cheating on me, Julia.
Ryan, I couldn't even cheat on you if I wanted to. I just don't have the time with how busy work is always keeping me. But, you know, I do really wish that I could count on you for just a little bit of help now and then, to be honest.
What are you talking about? You really think that I would ever want to give help to the person I know is cheating on me? Why would you even bother asking that?
For the last time, I am not cheating on you, Ryan. Honestly, you're being ridiculous. Do you know that? But I would like some help because I'm wondering if you have any idea the state of our business? Because I feel like if you had any idea at all about how things really were, you would understand how impossible it is for me to cheat on you. I'm just too busy. I literally only go to and from the house and office. That's why I would like just a little more help from you, Ryan. Please, I know for a fact that I'm really not asking for much, but you need to be doing at least the bare minimum around here.
No, I'm not gonna do anything. I refuse to help a no-good cheater like you.
Ryan, do you really not care at all what happens to our business? I mean, don't you care about the future of all this hard work that we've put in? Doesn't it worry you when I say that our business could seriously be in trouble?
Oh, please. You don't know what you're talking about at all. I know for a fact that our business is doing just fine. You're going to have to think of a better excuse to try and convince me that you're not cheating. But anyways, since we're already on the topic of the business and money and all of that, I want you to give me a bit more money to spend this month.
Wait, what? Are you serious, Ryan? Do you really need more money? I feel like I just handed you your monthly allowance. Are you telling me that you really spent all of the money that I gave you that was meant to last you the entire month?
I didn't ask for your input on how I get to spend my money. Thank you very much. So why don't you just shut up and give me more when I say I need it? Honestly, just who do you think you even are talking to your husband this way? Don't you know a woman's place in the house is just to do whatever her husband says to her? If you dare try and backtalk me like that ever again, I could tell you that there will be consequences. I already know that you're cheating on me, so don't think that I'm afraid to divorce you.
Are you kidding me? Did you seriously just threaten to divorce me if I don't pay you more money every month? Just who do you think you are?
You can complain about it all you want, but nothing is going to make me budge on this. You should know that I've been waiting for this for a long time. I've kept signed divorce papers in my desk for the day that I finally caught you cheating on me. And now, I finally get to hold them over you.
Ryan,
Have you ever been reading a single word that I've been sending you? I am telling you that I am not cheating on you, okay? Now can you please stop all of this nonsense?
Oh, please. You really think that I'm going to believe that when you've been working through the night for weeks now? You can't really think that I'd ever believe a single word that you have to tell me, right?
You know, that really is rich coming from you, Ryan. You're the one that's always leaving me all alone at the house on weekends. You're hardly ever here when I'm around.
Well, it's not my fault that you're bad at matching up your life rhythm with mine, but I'm not going to adjust my schedule to match some cheating hussies.
You are just terrible. Do you know that? I mean, I am trying to explain to you that I am working hard to make sure that we don't go under, but you refuse to listen and just keep accusing me of cheating on you. But you know what? Fine. If this is the way that you really want to end things between us, then so be it. Why don't you take out those divorce papers and leave them on the table for when I get home?
You mean you're really finally going to divorce me? Oh wow, this is so great. Thank you so much. Hey there, Julia. It's been a while since we last spoke, hasn't it? How have you been? How are things with you?
Wait a second. Is this Ryan? Are you seriously texting me out of the blue like this?
Oh, come on. I know that I left you 3 years ago, but I really hope that you're not still all pissy about it. I would have thought that you'd have done a little bit more thinking about what you did wrong. But I want you to know that I'm finally ready to forgive you for all that you've done, and I'm ready to get back together with you. So why don't you bring me those divorce papers of yours?
I seriously have no idea what you're talking about at all. How can you take me back when we're already divorced? What are you even saying?
I'm telling you that I'm going to kick you to the curb and leave you all over again. So how about you just be a good woman and say the only thing you should be saying to men? Yes.
Right. Well, I'm not really sure what this is all about, but if you want to get back together with me, I guess I'll have to check and see if it's okay with my husband.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean that you'll have to check if you can get back together with me with your husband?
Well, after you and I got divorced 3 years ago, I met someone and married him, so I have a husband now.
Yeah, right. You really think I'm going to fall for that one? There isn't a man alive who would want to ever marry someone like you. Unless, I think I see what's happened here. You were in so much shock that I left you, that you made up someone in your head that you now believe that you're married to. Wow. Well, that really is just sad. Did you know that?
Ryan, you seriously don't even know what you're talking about. In fact, you never know what you're talking about at all. But if you really want to know, the man that I remarried was on our company's management team.
Wait a second. Was he that guy that we went to go check out that hotel with that one time? I think I remember him. His name was Max, wasn't it? I even remember him giving me his business card when we first all met those years ago.
Well, then I guess that means you know he's a real person and you can quit calling me a liar then.
But I remember that after that, we put all our eggs into the hotel basket, right? So does that mean that you two are still running that place? Because I've driven by it a few times, and it seriously looks like a rundown piece of crap. I bet that your husband Max probably has to work as a bellboy, because your whole hotel is about to fall into bankruptcy any day now.
I would appreciate it if you kept your opinions on my hotel business and my husband to yourself, Ryan.
But I'm only telling the truth. I mean, nothing I'm saying about this is wrong at all, you know? So, how about you take my advice and ditch a loser like Max? Instead, you can get back together with me, and we can go back to being husband and wife. Think it over. I'm sure that you'll make the right decision in the end. And let me know once you're ready for a real man again.
Hey there, Max. I'm really sorry to bother you while I know that you're busy working, but I just wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Oh, hey there, honey. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. I'm actually pretty free right now, so we could talk if you needed something.
Well, the thing is that I actually just got a message from my ex-husband not that long ago.
Wait a second.
Are you talking about the man who accused you of cheating on him while the hotel business was looking really shaky? He really messaged you? That's crazy. Why would he bother doing that after all this time? Did he say at all what he wanted with you? Why did he even bother reaching out like that?
Well, he actually texted me because he wanted to ask me if I wanted to get back together with him. Can you believe that?
Hold on a second. You mean that after accusing you of cheating on him, leaving you while your business was in trouble, and disappearing for 3 years, came back out of the blue to ask you to take him back?
Yeah, that pretty much sums it all up quite well. But of course, I really don't want anything to do with him now. But I just thought that I should let you know that it happened. It's actually been on my mind, worrying me a lot since we talked. I mean, I just don't know why he would pop back up in my life like this. I have no idea what he wants from me, and it's got me really worried. Anyways, I really am sorry to bother you with all of this while you're at work. I don't want to give you more to worry about.
Julia, please. You know you don't have to apologize to me for anything, especially not coming to me about this. I feel like you've told enough about you and Ryan to know the kind of crap that he puts you through. But I just want you to know that I'm always going to have your back no matter what. I mean, we're husband and wife. We'll get through anything together, as a couple. Not just this business with your ex, but in anything. If there's ever anything that I can do for you, you know that you can always come to me, right?
Thank you so much, Max. I just really have no idea how I would be able to keep this hotel afloat if it weren't for you. I just wanted to let you know that I'm really thankful to have someone like you in my life, you know?
Oh, come on. You don't need to say all that. You know that I would do anything for you because I want to. So please, don't ever worry about coming to me with this kind of stuff. I'm happy that you trust me enough to do so.
Thank you so much for being so understanding. I should have known that there was nothing to worry about when it comes to you. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know that I've gotten everything ready for tomorrow, so I was going to go to bed pretty soon here.
Yeah, no problem at all. I hope you sleep well, Julia. See you tomorrow. So tell me, Julia, did you finally smarten up and decide to leave your husband like the little loser he is?
Ryan, I already told you that I have no intention at all of leaving my husband, and I'd appreciate it if you'd quit talking to me.
Are you kidding me? What do you mean you're not going to leave your husband? Don't you know what I could offer you? You're making a mistake, you stupid woman.
Making a mistake? Ryan, let's get something straight here. 3 years ago, you were the one that came to me asking for the divorce, remember? I had just inherited this hotel from my parents who had died only months ago in that terrible car crash. I was busy every day trying to learn how to run a hotel and manage staff and make guests happy, and you never did anything to help. Instead, you would just always put me down or insult me. You made me feel like an idiot for caring about my parents' legacy.
Well, you don't have any right to be mad at me. After all, you were the one cheating on me the whole time. So what do you have to say about that?
I have to say the same thing that I told you 3 years ago when you accused me of that. I never, ever cheated on you. You made that all up and refused to listen to anything I might say otherwise.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Honestly, you can keep on believing that if you want. But the thing is that I'm not even mad that you cheated on me anymore. I'm willing to let that all just go into the past and never be mentioned again. But you should know that before our divorce, if you had just given me a bit more money like I asked you, none of this would have ever happened. I would have overlooked all your cheating, and I would have just let you go about your business. And all you had to do was give me a little more money every month. In fact, since we're getting back together, you should know that I'm only going to go along with it if you start giving me money every month again.
I see what this is all about now. You're having money problems, aren't you? Well, I suppose that you really haven't changed at all then. But do you really think that you're going to be able to pester me for money after all this time, Ryan?
Well, never let it be said that I didn't think you were a sharp one. You saw right through me, Julia.
I see. Well, I'm just going to need more time to get ready for all of this, so maybe just wait for me a little longer.
Finally. I was waiting so long for this. You have no idea how happy I am to read those words. Hey there, Julia. I was just wanting to check in and see if you had divorced your husband yet.
Ryan, it's literally been like 9 or 10 hours since we last messaged each other. No, I haven't divorced him yet.
Oh, come on. You have to hurry up and do it already. Just how long are you going to keep me waiting for this, Julia? Hurry up and leave your husband right now. If you have him sign the divorce papers now, we can probably get all the paperwork handled in a matter of hours. You still remember the window in the courthouse that you have to go to get all of that filed away, right?
Ryan, I would really appreciate it if you waited for me to reach out to you about all of this, okay?
Ugh, I should have known not to count on you to get anything done in a rush. You're always so lazy. Do you know that? You are always putting me off and telling me to wait for stuff.
You know, I've actually been wondering why you've chosen to come back to me out of all the other people I'm sure would love to date you.
So you finally caught on to that little fact, did you?
I mean, yeah, I was wondering since you sent me the first of these messages just why you wanted anything to do with me anymore.
Well, I'm not going to tell you. If I tell you what I'm really thinking, then I don't think you'd want to marry me anymore. So there.
I see. Well, either way, I am still going to be getting things ready here, so you can really tell me whatever you want.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You mean no matter what I say to you, you'll still marry me? Well, I guess in that case, I better tell you the whole truth. What I really want to get out of marrying you isn't you, but your hotel.
I'm not sure that I'm following what you mean. Ryan, would you mind explaining to me just a little bit better?
Well, I know that your hotel has to be at least worth something, right? I'm sure that if I sold it, I could get some kind of money from doing that. You can consider it your way of paying me back for all these years that I've been on my own. After all, you caused me a lot of trouble with that affair of yours.
But Ryan, you know that I inherited this hotel from my parents, right? Not only that, but you know how hard I've been working to keep the business going. You can't really be thinking about selling my family's business just to make a quick buck, right?
Oh, come on. I told you my plan already. Why can't you just leave that loser Max and just be with me already? You know that I'm the better match for you anyways. Just hurry up and get a divorce already.
I'm sorry, Ryan, but I just have a lot of preparations that I need to put in place first. And just what's with the rush anyways?
You don't need to know anything about why I'm in such a rush. You just need to do as I say. Now, just how much longer are you going to try and keep me waiting, huh?
Don't tell me that this is how badly you need money right now. Is that what this is all about?
You don't know anything at all. Just do as I say and quit asking questions already.
You know what I think it is? I think that you're in a lot of debt, and I do mean a lot. And I think you're looking for anything that will help you dig your way out of that.
Wait, what? How did you find out about my debt issue? Do you have someone following me or something like that? I can't believe that you do this to me.
I didn't hire anyone to follow you or anything like that. I've just heard through old mutual friends of ours about the trouble you're in. But that's not all that I've heard about you. I've heard that you're in so much debt and were so bad about borrowing money that you borrowed money from several banks all at once. And now it's obvious that you're just looking for someone who can step in and help you take care of your problem, isn't that right? That's why you contacted me after all this time, isn't it? To try and get me to help you pay off all the debt that you owe?
No, I'm telling you that me wanting to marry you and sell your hotel has nothing at all to do with all the debt that I'm in.
I see. So then it's about trying to pass off your debt to me after we get married? Is that closer to the truth then?
Would be wrong with that anyways, huh? I mean, a husband and wife out to help each other out, right? Of course I would ask for your help if we got married.
I see. Well, you do know that a spouse isn't actually bound to help out with their spouse's debt just because the two of them are married, right?
Ugh, I seriously hate having to deal with you. Do you know that? I never even wanted to marry you in the first place. Yes, this was all just a big scam to help with my debt. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Well, you didn't need to come out and admit it like that. I'd obviously already put that all together myself. But you should know that I never ever said that I was going to divorce my husband. I just kept telling you that I needed more time to get ready.
What do you even mean by that? Get ready for what? What are you talking about? I thought you were talking about getting ready for the divorce and marrying me again.
Well, yes, I did that on purpose so that you would talk to me and think that I was actually going to remarry you.
Please, you have to do this for me. I'm deadly serious. All my loans are due by tomorrow, and I don't have nearly enough money to pay off any of them.
Yeah, you really haven't changed at all in this time, have you? You're still the same stupid, selfish man that you've always been. I mean, I have to say that I really was lost and confused about what happened to us 3 years ago, but it's clear to me now that I made the right choice.
Well, you went way too far trying to dig into my personal life and looking into my debt and all. I'm going to make you pay for that. You won't get away from me that easily. Hey, you're Julia's husband, aren't you? What's your name again? Max or something like that, right? I'm sorry, who are you, and how did you get this number? I don't have you in my contacts, and I don't know anyone who would talk to me like that. Oh, come on. Surely you remember me. I still have your business card from the day we met, you know? In fact, that's exactly how I got your phone number in the first place. I see. Well, I don't really remember who you are at all, but I give out my business card to a lot of people, so... Well, I'm not here to talk about business or anything like that. But the thing is that I was telling your wife about how I'm in serious financial trouble, and she completely refused to help me out at all. So now she's left me with no other choice but to come to you and beg for help with my money problem. I see. I take it that you're lying then. I feel like I've heard enough about you from my wife to understand what's going on here. I take it that you ended up taking out way more money than you would be able to afford, and now you're asking my wife and I for help to pay it back, yes? Hey, don't you talk to me like you know me. This is the first time that we're ever really talking, and you need to show me some respect. Sorry, I need to show my wife's ex-husband, who insulted her and showed back in her life to beg for money, respect. Look, I'm not here to have this conversation with you right now, okay? The point is that I already tried talking to Julia about this, and she wouldn't listen to me. So no, you have to step up and help me since she refused to. After all, we've been married to the same woman. Surely that makes you want to help me, right? I see. Well, okay. I suppose I could try and help you if you're having money problems. We do have an opening for some cleaning stuff at our hotel, and you could earn some money for yourself that way. If you'd like, I can even talk to the HR office about getting you an advance on your first paycheck if you really need the help. You mean your solution is to just try and make me work for my money? Are you out of your mind? Why in the world would I want to go and work for some shabby old hotel on its last legs anyways? You and your wife ought to just shut up and give me the money I'm asking for already. Wow, you really are even worse than Julia described you as being, and I really don't think that was possible. You really just aren't capable of taking care of yourself at all, are you? Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Who do you think you are to talk to me like that, huh? Why don't you try saying that to my face, you little punk? Not only that, but you really do act like a spoiled little kid when you don't get your way. But I take it that you don't really know much about our hotel. You think I'm an idiot or something? I know the hotel, and it looks like a great big piece of crap. There's no way a place like that is going to stay open for another year, so just give me my money. Wait a second. You aren't talking about the old location of the hotel, are you? Old location? What are you talking about? A hotel is a hotel. You can't just up and move. What do you mean, old location? Well, I mean that a few months ago, we decided to move out the business, not just the hotel itself, to a better location. and we've been working hard to make sure that everything is all set with that transfer, since it's been such a process. But we already have plenty of bookings, and repeat guests who are coming to stay with it, so I really think that your information needs to be updated. But wait, I thought you were in that old rickety building. Are you telling me that you guys are operating out of a new place now? Not only that, but your business is actually doing well? Please tell me that you're lying about that. Of course we're not lying about that. Our management team from the old location all came up with and agreed to the idea of trying to move to a more profitable location. And now, we've been able to increase our amount of overseas guests and have a lot of local businesses wanting to work with us. So we're actually doing better than we've ever done before, and we've only been here a few months. Well, wait a second. If that's the case, then just how much money would a cleaner at one of your hotels make? Well, we would begin by hiring a cleaner on a part-time basis, and move them along their career from there. But there's substantial room for growth in responsibilities and wages. In fact, a couple members of our management team started at our hotel as cleaning staff, and worked their way up to where they are now. But since you already shot down the idea, I really don't imagine that a job like that interests you at all. Well, hold on a second there. That was only because I had no idea the kind of money that your place was raking up now. I mean, I said no because I didn't want to be cleaning some old hotel that was on its way out anyways. But if you're telling me that you're all working out of a new location, and that business is really, really good, then I'll have no problem taking a job as a cleaner. Of course, you'll have to pay me the absolute maximum you can while I'm there. Wow, that really didn't take much at all, did it? You were so ready to look down at a job just because of assumptions that you were making. And the moment you found out that you were just making things up to be mad at, and the job was actually great, you turn around and act as if you can demand whatever you want from it. And who cares if I'm doing that? You already offered me the job, so just give it to me already. You're right, Ryan. I did offer you the job, and you turned it down right then and there, without asking any more questions about it. So I'm afraid that was a one-time offer that I was not planning on making again. Anyways, my wife and I still have a lot of work to do to make sure our transition here continues to go smoothly. I don't know what you're going to do with the rest of your life, but just make sure that you leave Julie and I out of it, or else it.
After Max sent that final message to Ryan, something really must have snapped in Ryan to make him do what he did next. He showed up the next week at the hotel unannounced and told our receptionist that he was there to start his new job at the hotel. She had no idea what he was talking about, but Ryan said that he was offered it directly from Max. Apparently our receptionist was quite scared because Ryan came into the hotel looking really scruffy and had a crazy look in his eye. She cautiously agreed to let him into the supply closet where the janitorial equipment was. She told him to get changed and then she would give him a tour of the hotel. The receptionist did, however, call Max and explain about the strange man. It was only hours later that Max happened to be stepping out of his office that he found Ryan there, in uniform, sitting on a bench and playing on his phone. Max could tell just by looking that the mop next to the bucket that was by the bench hadn't been put in the water at all that day. Max called the police and had Ryan hauled out of the hotel for trespassing. I heard that he was let go with a stern warning and began to job hunt in earnest after that. Because he hadn't had a real job in years, though, almost nowhere wanted to hire him. In the end, Ryan was only able to find part-time jobs and took on 3 of them at once to be able to keep up with his debt repayment and afford to live in a tiny little apartment. I realized the irony of him working the night shift with one of his jobs when it was me working there that led to him to suspect that I was cheating. But aside from that, I really haven't thought about Ryan at all since the police dragged him out of our hotel kicking and screaming about having a job there. Max and I have been way too busy handling things at our hotel and all the new business that we've never had before. After things began to settle down at our hotel, Max and I agreed that we couldn't put off hiring more staff any longer.
We didn't realize just how much our operation would grow at the new location, and we quickly took on dozens of new staff members. Now, finally, Max and I have more time to spend with each other as husband and wife. Although now that I'm pregnant, I suppose that I should say that we'll have more spare time to spend together as a family. When I do think back on him, I'm in some ways grateful to Ryan. After all, if he hadn't shown me who he really was and left me then I would never have the life that I have now.